Good morning, guys. Okay, so we're having our last class of the week. Today is Thursday, 25th, and I'm not going to see you till April 6th, if I'm not wrong. So let's start having our class to finish soon. This class is going to be, I think, a little shorter. It's not going to be as short. I mean, like we usually have the class of an hour and some minutes. So probably today is gonna be just the hour or less than an hour because we don't have that much material left to check. Okay, so in the last class we were talking about the past tense of the regular and irregular. So we're gonna continue with the explanation of those verbs, and then we're gonna do some practice. We're gonna practice with some exercises related to the past participle. I know, sorry, I mean to the simple past, and then well, that's it. So, as I said, we're gonna start with an explanation, with more explanation of the simple past of the regular and irregular verbs. Okay, so it says in here, past simple regular verbs. So we're gonna start with the regular ones. We use the past simple to talk about things that happened in the past. So it means that if I'm gonna use the simple past, or when am I gonna use the simple past? Okay, when a situation, when an action, when a feeling, when something happened in the past and finished in the past. I'm not continuing that action. That action is concluded. And that means that it could be the same day, but in the morning maybe, or an hour ago, or whatever that is in the past. Some of the expressions that are useful to refer to things that happened in the past are yesterday, last, for example, last week, last month, last year, a year ago, and the day or week before. For example, if I say the day before is the same as yesterday, but if I say the day before yesterday means antier, or a week before means hace una semana, or la última semana, and a week before last week means la semana antepasada, por así decirlo. And then we can go to the exact date. We can go to the exact year. We can go to the exact moment when that happened. We can do that with the simple past. Okay, so how is the affirmative structure for this type of verbs, which actually is the same for both? But the thing with the simple past, with the irregular verbs, is that I only have to add ed or d, as we saw in last class. I played, he or she it played, we you they played. Remember the pronunciation of the ed ending or d ending. It is not the same with all of the verbs. We have to practice that pronunciation, okay? So, spelling rules. We already saw this, so let's see it again to try to remember. Okay, infinitive, well, most of them are going to be finished with ed or d. Remember that if it ends with e, the only thing I have to do is to add the d. And if it is a regular verb and it doesn't it doesn't apply with these rules, I'm just gonna add ed. Visited, loved. Visited, loved. Remember the endings. This one is like it, visited, and this one is loved with the D, loved. Okay, when it ends with a vowel and a Y, because in this for example, study ends with a Y. But the thing is that before this Y, we have a consonant. And in here, we have a vowel. So when we have a vowel plus a consonant, we don't need to change or modify the Y. The Y stays. And we just add the ed. For example, enjoy, enjoyed. Consonant plus y, we have to drop the y and change the y for I and add ed. Study, studied. Como try, de intentar, try, so tried. Okay, in the one syllable verb, one vowel plus one consonant, double the last consonant plus ed. For example, the stop is just one syllable, stop, and we have consonant, vowel, consonant. So I'm gonna double the last consonant and add ed. For example, stop, stopped. Bat, batted. Two syllable with the stress in the second syllable. Okay, so what do I have to know? How can I know then? I'm gonna separate the syllables. Voy a separar en sílabas la palabra. Y si tiene el estrés, ¿y cuál es el estrés? Como que la pronunciación más fuerte, si tiene el estrés on the second syllable and ends with a single consonant, voy a doblarlo. También como permit, permitted. Commit, committed. Por ejemplo, acá en visit tengo dos. Visit, visit. La primera sílaba es la que tiene el stress. Entonces, por eso no la doblo al final. Sin embargo, aquí tiene permit, tiene el stress en la segunda parte y por eso doblo la segunda sílaba. La verdad que esto es cuestión de práctica. No necesitan como que aprenderse todas las reglas. O sea, sí estar conscientes, pero ya conforme vas practicando te vas dando cuenta, ok, esta va con ed, esta va con id, o pues esta, no sé, simplemente se queda igual, porque hay verbos que se quedan igual, como por ejemplo cut, de cortar. Cut es igual en los tres, en el simple present, simple past, en past participle es cut, 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 igualito. O por ejemplo, run, del verbo correr, cambia una vez. En el simple past es run con A y en el participio es run otra vez con U. Run, 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 which is like a little difference. Y otro ejemplo, por ejemplo, leer, read. Se escribe exactamente igual en los tres, pero lo que cambia es la pronunciación. En simple present is read, and in past is read. It's a little weird because it is exactly the same spelling, but well, that's how it is. That's what it is, and we just have to practice, right? Okay. Here we have an example with the affirmative simple past. Tom called his best friend. Called. Ed. Called. Okay, when it is negative, it doesn't matter if it is a regular or irregular. The didn't is the one that is going to do its part. Entonces aquí, I don't have to change my verb into past tense. I'm gonna keep it the same way. Lo voy a mantener de la misma forma como en su forma base. For example, play, work, watch. El didn't es el que va a ser la función del pasado. So basically the only thing I have to do is add didn't after the subject and before the verb and place the verb in the base form. For example, I didn't play. He, she, it didn't work. We, you, or they didn't watch. Question still here?
No.
No, teacher.
Okay, then we have the interrogative. The interrogative, okay, it's loading, no sé, la siguiente. Let's wait. But well, okay, for example, they didn't study for the math test. They studied for the history test. They didn't study. Aquí tengo exactamente los dos verbos y a pesar de que nada más tengo like in past, we did studied, los dos están en pasado. ¿Cómo? ¿Por qué? Porque acá arriba didn't me está haciendo la función del ed, por así decirlo. Now, interrogative. To make the interrogative, I have to start with the auxiliary verb, then with the subject, and then with the main verb, with the infinitive verb. So, did I play? Did he or she work? Did we, you, or they like? Did they visit London last year? And the answer will be yes, they did. Or no, they didn't. In this case, yes, they did because we have the picture in the background. Okay, did Alex walk to school? No, she didn't. She took the bus. Tomó el autobús. Okay, we're gonna practice now. It says, look at the pictures and make true sentences using the past simple. For example, They ask a question. Did they ask a question? Yes, they did. They ask a question or no, they didn't. ¿Qué van a hacer? A partir de la siguiente imagen van a escribir la versión afirmativa, negativa e interrogativa de acuerdo a lo que les aparezca acá arriba. Acá arriba les va a aparecer el sujeto, the subject, the verb, and the complement. Okay, so you just basically have to order it. Tienen que ordenarla y agregar lo que haga falta. This is the first one. The subject is Bill, the verb is study, and the adverb is hard. Okay, I will give you 3 minutes for you to make the affirmative, negative, and interrogative version of this. Okay? Keep them in a notebook or in a document because we're gonna upload them at the end. Okay, finished? Let's say the affirmative one. Jennifer, what will be the affirmative sentence for these compliments you have in here?
Bill studied hard.
Very good. Bill studied hard. Ashley, the negative, please.
Ay, Bill, era con lo que nos puso ahorita el don y eso.
Sí, pero no era don't.
No, I didn't.
Didn't.
Bill didn't study hard.
Very good. Okay, and interrogative, Alejandro Chacon. How would it be interrogative?
Sería Bill studied hard.
And the auxiliary verb, where did you leave it? ¿Dónde lo dejaste?
It's
Try again. It's in past tense. Were you paying attention? ¿Estabas poniendo atención? Aquí viene incluso en las respuestas. Te puedes dar una idea.
Did Bill study hard?
Did Bill study hard? Like that. Ok, affirmative, negative, and interrogative. Les repito, tengan sus oraciones en algún cuaderno o en algún documento. Se va a subir como evidencia todo lo que hagamos el día de hoy. Okay, let's go to the next one. Daisy, stay in bed late. Okay, 2 or 3 minutes for you to accomplish the affirmative, negative, and interrogative sentences, please. Okay, let's go with this ones. Andres, what is the affirmative sentence for this picture? Andres, affirmative sentence for this one. Hello, Andres, are you there? Andres, 1. Andres, 2. Andrés 3. Se fue a dormir Andrés. Ok. Artemio, affirmative sentence, please.
Yes, Daisy stayed in bed late.
Thank you. Anthony, negative. Anthony, what would be the negative sentence for this one? Anthony, are you there? Okay, go ahead. Polo, ya te leí, pero no te veo que lo escribas. Anthony. Ok, entonces, ¿por qué no me dicen nada? Me dicen, no lo entiendo, pero pues no me dicen nada cuando pregunto. Ok, necesitas primero el sujeto, después el auxiliar para negar, que en este caso es didn't, luego el verb y luego el complemento. ¿Cómo quedaría, Anthony? Yes, like that. Okay, Daisy didn't stay in bed late. Okay, interrogative. Yamilet, how would it be?
Is did Daisy stay in bed late?
Mhm. Did Daisy stay in bed late? Okay, good job. Affirmative, negative, and interrogative. Okay, now I'm gonna erase it and go to the next one. Okay, I have Sergio, then the verb is smile, and then the complement at me. Okay, 3 more minutes for you to conclude this affirmative, negative, and interrogative.
Sergio smiled at me.
That will be the affirmative. Ya terminaron, qué rápidos. Okay. Sergio smiled at me. That will be the affirmative. How will be negative?
Again me.
Sergio,
Sergio.
Sergio didn't smile at me.
Okay, very good. And the third, and the interrogative one?
Did Sergio smile at me?
Good job. So affirmative, negative, and interrogative. I will erase it and continue. Okay, now let's go to the past simple irregular verbs, which is basically the same structure, but different verbs. Okay, and it says, irregular verbs make the past form in different ways, which means that there is not a rule, no hay una regla que te diga, ok, agrégale ed o quítale o no. O sea, the irregular verbs change different of them. For example, go, went, eat, ate, take, took. And these are just 3 examples. To make the negative sentences is exactly the same as with the regular ones. We need the subject, didn't, the base form of the verb, and the complement. For example, you didn't buy tickets for the concert. Interrogative sentences, it is also the same structure. We start with did, then the subject, plus the base form of the verb. For example, did she buy a CD? Follow the model. How will be this as question? The answer is affirmative, so the question, how would it be?
Teacher, el verbo es el do.
The verb is do. So, how would it be then?
Pero, ¿cuál será el pasado de do? Did.
Pero no tienes por qué ponerlo en pasado porque es una pregunta. ¿Cómo quedaría en pregunta?
Did Michael do his homework?
Yes. Did Michael do his homework? In the answer, it says that it is affirmative.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. Good job. Okay. How would it be this one? Negative. You don't have to write this. Estas no las tienen que escribir. Solo las estamos compartiendo. So how would it be this one?
Did
Mhm.
and eat pizza?
Did I eat pizza? And the answer?
No. She don't.
Didn't.
Didn't. Yes.
Or she didn't. What
She
did
didn't.
she eat? Tell me.
Pizza.
No, she didn't eat pizza. What did she eat? Look at the picture.
Salad.
Salad. She ate salad. Okay. Next one. Here we have a cup. Okay, so how will be this question? ¿Cómo sería esta pregunta?
Did they win the game?
Okay, very good. And the answer?
Yes, they win.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did, or yes, they won in past. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing this. Voy a dejar de compartir aquí, and we're gonna go now to the other exercises, the ones that are related to the content we have been practicing during last week. Okay, so here it says, complete the sentences with the past form of the verbs in parentheses. I have start, love, try, help, work, move, enjoy, and ask. All of them are affirmative. Todas son afirmativas. Entonces, lo que tengo que hacer es encontrar su forma pasada, ¿ok? And complete the sentences. Ok, I'm gonna give you 5 minutes. Les voy a dar 5 minutos para que copien el ejercicio y lo respondan, ¿ok? Remember that it is in past tense.
Teacher, es solo cambiar el verbo.
Yes, to put it in past tense. Did you finish?
Yes.
Okay.
The second is she loved it.
She loved.
She
Be
loved,
careful
yes.
with the pronunciation. She loved. Okay, good job. She loved her. Can you read it complete?
Yes. ¿Le sigo?
Sí.
La 3.
No, pero lee la 2 completa.
Ok. She loved her life in the village.
Village. Ajá, in the village. Okay, Danita, number 3. Danita. Are you there?
Yo quiero.
Okay, go ahead.
She tried to the best player.
She tried to be the best player. Very good. Number 4, Adam. Adam, ¿estás ahí? Adam. ¿No? No, no te escuché, Adam. If you can speak, write it down the answer. Write down the answers. Yes, please.
Teacher, esto va para evidencia también.
Yes, ajá. Todo lo que les diga que escriban va para evidencia. So, her apps helped. Thank you. Her apps help children learn English. Okay. Number 5. Adilene.
Her mother worked in a school.
Worked in a school. Very good. Number 6, Francisco.
Yes. Yes, her parents moved to a new home.
Okay, moved to a new home. Good job. 7, Adrian.
She enjoyed sport, but not studying.
Very good. Enjoyed. Number 8, Mendes Peterson.
She asked the man about the pictures.
She asked the man about the pictures. Okay. Any question about this?
No, teacher.
Thank you. I will erase it and go to the next one. Now it says in here, complete the sentences with the past form of the verbs in parentheses. Look at the irregular verbs. Ok, entonces aquí es hacer lo mismo. La diferencia está que no todos son afirmativos. If you see, number 1 and number 5 are negative. So you will have to add something there and well, change it, right? Van a tener que cambiarlo. And the rest of the verbs are irregular. Son verbos irregulares. Entonces van a poner ahora la versión irregular, o sea, la versión en pasado de estos verbos irregulares. Y si son negativos, the negative form, okay? This is also for evidence, so I'll give you some minutes. While you do this, I'm gonna take attendance. Chacón Ruiz,
Here.
Chávez Villelas, Dávila Baylis,
Present.
Delgadillo Sortillón, García Silva,
Presente.
González Gastelo, González Genesta,
Presente.
Machado Cox,
Presente.
Mandujano Guerrero,
Presente.
Méndez Peterson,
Presente.
Mesta Rodríguez, Mesa Palafox,
Presente.
Montijo Martínez,
Presente.
Peralta García, Ranchito Rascón,
Presente.
Rocha González,
Presente.
Sánchez Castillo, Santa Cruz Sánchez, Silvas Ramírez,
Presente.
Urrea López, Valencia Aguilar,
Presente.
Vallecillo Lugo,
Presente.
Vilchis Vilches, Villalobos Figueroa.
Presente.
Thank you. Did you finish? ¿Listos o todavía no? Ok, vamos a ir compartiendo todos para el que nos alcance este tiempo para revisarlo. And then we're gonna come back to finish because we're missing like 2 exercises. Okay, let's see. Melanie Valencia, number 1.
I didn't have a car.
I didn't have a car. Very good. Number 2, Rodrigo.
No puedo leer la pregunta.
No?
I did a lot of exercise.
I did a lot of exercise. Very good. Number 3, Yamilet.
Is I ate a lot of junk food.
Junk food. Very good. Artemio, number 4.
I spoke, I guess. Spoke English a lot.
Very good. Jennifer, number 5.
I didn't go to any concert.
Very good. Adrian, number 6.
I bought a new cell phone.
I bought. El past tense of buy es bought. I bought a new cell phone. Tengo 2 que son regulares aquí, así que no se vayan a confundir también. Number 7. Whoever, quien quiera.
I used
I used. Very
a
good.
lot of apps.
And number 8. How would it be number 8?
I start.
I started. I started. Okay, so these are the answers of this exercise. I'm gonna erase the answers. Remember, you have to keep this because you're gonna upload it, okay? Voy a cerrar la sesión porque ya se me está acabando el tiempo. Entramos para to conclude it, okay? We're almost done.